Rumors are that Marlo's out-of-control behavior may cause her to lose her peach. Will producers finally take notice to fan complaints and demote Marlo? Well, I have some new information that may answer all of those questions and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. All right, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about, and it centers around rumors that allegedly Marlo's out-of-control behavior may cause her to lose her peach. Will producers finally demote her? Well, I have some new information that may answer all of those questions and more, and here it goes. Sources say that the Bravo metrics regarding Marlo's season 15 performance aren't good and could be what finally triggers a change in her status as a peach holder. The source explained, many people behind the scenes are allegedly waking up to how toxic Marlo's presence on the show as an official peach holder has been. The source continued, the numbers are there, and Marlo is polling the lowest with fans. She's currently sitting at last place in fan favorability. Also, her social media metrics have constantly been in the negative, and she has been unable to raise them now almost 6 episodes into the new season. So, the question is, with low fan favorability numbers, constant complaints from fellow cast members, and an uneventful storyline, could Marlo finally be demoted as a housewife? Well, an industry insider said, it's no surprise that production is still trying to protect Marlo's image. They have invested a lot into her as a peach holder. Allegedly, they feel out of all of the ladies on the show, Marlo has the most potential for future interesting storylines. So I see them sticking with her through this fan favorability slump. I can even see them sacrificing a veteran housewife over Marlo if a push came to a shove to save the season and the franchise, ended the source. Many fans feel that Marlo has simply been too out of control this season with her unorganic antics and lies. She has left many of us with bad taste in our mouths, said a super fan. So much so that we are ready to see a Portia return now more than ever, ended the Real Housewives of Atlanta superfan. For now, sources say that Marlo's out-of-control behavior is to be expected and probably will also continue to be protected by producers in order to make good storylines and good drama, and also to protect their investment of making Marlo the official peach holder, center peach, and Nene replacement. Now, kinfolk, that's a lot of new information we have gotten about Marlo's current performance in the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise. And I must say that this new information I am just not too surprised by, because my sources have been telling me for a couple of weeks now that Marlo's performance and Marlo's behavior just has really been unbecoming of a Real Housewives of Atlanta peach holder. And the biggest thing that they said that it seems like to be a problem with Marlo behind the scenes is something that has been frustrating to a lot of the ladies, especially to a lot of ladies who know where this road that Marlo is taking can lead to. And when my sources were telling me about it, it also made me frustrated because of this reason. It seems like that behind the scenes, the ladies, and I honestly can say that pretty much some of the producers are also allegedly seeing that the gaslighting of Marlo into thinking that her behavior is okay is a big problem. It's also very frustrating to me and also a bunch of fans seeing Marlo act out this way, but being gaslit by producers allegedly into thinking that this behavior is what's going to make her a star of the show, that this type of behavior is going to make her a fan favorite, that this type of behavior is going to make her an iconic housewife, and it simply isn't the case. My sources are saying that allegedly behind the scenes, production is somewhat torn between Marlo's performance and giving her a new storyline and a new image as an official housewife. However, my sources are saying that the producers with the most power are allegedly don't see anything wrong with Marlo's behavior right now and really do feel like she is bringing in a good performance and bringing in good drama for the show. Now, with that being said, a lot of fans and even some producers feel like that is just simply the wrong road for Marlo to go down. And for people to gaslight her into thinking that this type of behavior is okay and cool is just not the right direction they should be moving her storyline and her narrative as a housewife in. Now, kinfolk, I will say this. It seems as if that Marlo is getting the same type of treatment that this former housewife got. And if history serves as any type of guideline or predicate to where this type of behavior can lead Marlo, then I think that she probably needs to reroute course because of this reason. We have all seen how this same behavior was exhibited by Nene when she was at the top of the Real Housewives of Atlanta mountain. We saw her antics somewhat get out of control on her last couple of seasons on the show. Now, with Nene's antics, her antics never really borderline just unhinged. It just always borderline diva-like. And also someone who was uncooperative with producers. Now, it seems that Marlo is being cooperative with producers, allegedly, with this behavior that is being rewarded, as it seems. But the thing about it is that when it comes to her antics and the things that she is doing, it seems as if she still has this same type of behavior that Nene had, is that I'm right and you guys are wrong. The only difference is allegedly Marlo has producers in her back pocket, and Nene, at the time when she was losing fan favorabilities, did not necessarily have producers in her back pocket. So that may be one up for Marlo in this instance. However, if things do get too tight, I don't really see them sacrificing a veteran housewife over Marlo. I really do see them getting rid of Marlo the same way they got rid of Nene. Now, I don't think it would be as messy as Nene's departure was, but I do feel like if at some point they feel like they've hit a brick wall with Marlo and her inability to really change her fan favorability numbers, I could definitely see them getting rid of her the same way they did Nene, except it won't be as dramatic. Now, kinfolk, another part of this rumor that me and my sources also agreed on about Marlo and her current behavior, which is a little bit unhinged and frightening, is this. Marlo seems as if she is becoming too dangerous to have on the cast, simply with her lies and her mental breaks. Marlo seems very unhinged and unstable in the way she's been carrying on this season, and also some of last season. I think the scene with her knocking on Kenya's door or banging on Kenya's door while her daughter was in the room was very unhinged, very disrespectful, and very off-brand for Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think Marlo, her constant lies and changing of the truths is something that I think fans not only will get tired of, but I think they have officially gotten tired of. And it's only been 2 episodes when she's done that this season. So with that being said, I do think Marlo, just like Giselle and Robin, just has become too dangerous to have on the cast. Her behavior shows that she's willing to make up a lie, repeat a lie, or state a lie just in order to make television happen or in order to allegedly be a puppet for a production. All of which are just simply not good for the franchise. And also, as we've seen in the past, it just does leave fans feeling very frustrated. And seeing some of their fan favorites go through some things or some attacks by Marlo, who just seems to be unhinged, and who also seems as if nobody is willing to rein in. And so we probably will see fans getting more frustrated with Marlo and the way producers are allowing her to just be so unhinged with this cast. And speaking of fans, me and my source also agreed on this one big thing that producers and the network should be very aware of, that I do feel like they're not so aware of at the moment. And it's this. Production and the network needs to be very aware of how allowing Marlo to be unhinged this season is really turning a lot of fans off. With a season that's already experiencing low ratings, you don't want to alienate the diehard fans who were wanting to see more organic storylines and more organic drama with the ladies. Those diehard fans came back last season and gave the franchise another try. And the organic storylines and frustration really proved to be the winning formula. So production has to be very careful not to allow Marlo to go so unhinged for too much longer. Because if they do, and she turns off those diehard Real Housewives of Atlanta fans, we may see the ratings bottom completely collapse to where the numbers are just too low to even recover from. And I think that is something that the network definitely needs to start paying attention to. And I think it's something that they probably will start paying attention to, especially after this week's episode and when they get this week's episode ratings in. Marlo simply cannot continue to go down this road that she's going with her cast members if producers and the network are really serious about saving this franchise. It has to be a course redirection. Now, kinfolk, here is a solution that me and my sources were talking about on how to fix this big issue with Marlo. Now, this issue is becoming bigger than I think production probably anticipated on it becoming. And I do think this solution is the best course of action moving forward in order for producers and the network to stop this fan favorability from bleeding out for Marlo and also for the franchise. And it's this. Producers just simply need to revert back to the organic storylines like last season. Those storylines, organic storylines, is what really saved the season. It saved them with the fans, it saved them with the advertisers, it saved them with their metrics, and it saved them with their online social media presence. Organic storylines even saw a big increase with next day watch on all streaming platforms, something that has become increasingly important with the networks and with advertisers. But when storylines are not organic, no one believes them. And so people tend to lose interest in them. And when you lose interest in a particular storyline, you start losing interest into the show and franchise altogether. Marlo should not be the person who is constantly putting holes in the bottom of this ship that the other ladies have to constantly plug up and constantly steer back on course in the right direction. Producers and the networks are going to really have to rein Marlo in and get her to go back to organic storylines, pretty much storylines that involve her being just raw with her emotions, if they want to see this season flourish. Now, kinfolk, I want to know what you guys think. You know, a lot of you all have said that Marlo this season has been unhinged and very, very out of control. But do you think that Marlo reverting back to organic storylines that allow her true emotions to be present is what is needed to help Marlo's fan favorability numbers? Or do you think Marlo has just gone down this wrong road so long that it's too late for her to turn back around now, and that she's going to have to just see this villain roll throughout the entire season? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, kinfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys over the next one. Peace.